Hello and welcome to Sportswrap, the Duke Chronicle's weekly online sports show covering all things Duke sports. My name is Jack Dolgen. We're back this time for a particularly rainy edition, and as I've just learned, the weather isn't planning on getting much better in the coming days. We start off with the football team. The big news on campus for sports is the Blue Devils take down number 20 Georgia Tech in the Blue Devils ACC opener by a score of 34-20. The key was stopping the triple threat number one rushing offense for Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech was held, however, to less than half of their season average, just 173 yards. So the Blue Devils rushing defense coming up huge. And one of those keys in particular, Jeremy Cash, who, with another big game to no surprise, contributed 12 tackles and a huge late forced fumble to seal the victory. The Blue Devils quarterback Thomas Sirk also finished solidly with a 17 for 25 performance, going for 114 yards. Shaquille Powell also with multiple touchdowns in this one, as the Blue Devils again win 34-20. However, we would learn on Sunday that the Blue Devils have officially kicked off their team T.J. Douglas, who had already been inactive since earlier in this year. So the Blue Devils move on from this weekend with one less man, and they will take on Boston College this coming Saturday, again in Durham. The number 18 women's soccer team had two games on the road, both in the ACC, and neither would be a win. The first was a tie against Boston College early in the week, and then on Sunday the Blue Devils lost to number one Virginia, also former NCAA runner-ups from last year. That score 1-0, and the Blue Devils now fall to 0-1-2 in the ACC. Again, they were ranked number 18 coming into the weekend. Unlikely that they stay in the top 25, although we will see. Men's soccer would fall short against number 2 North Carolina on Saturday in Chapel Hill. That game was supposed to happen on Friday, but because of inclement weather, i.e. rain, the Blue Devils had to play on Saturday, and it wasn't any help. 2-1 was the final score after UNC took a 2-0 advantage. A Zach Mather's goal would not be enough, and the Blue Devils are now 0-2-1 in the ACC. So both teams for Duke and soccer have played 6 games total combined, and none of those 6 games in the ACC have gone for victories. So both teams still looking for a little bit of luck in their conferences. Volleyball did have a win in the ACC in its first game in the ACC this season. The Blue Devils beat Wake Forest 3-0 in Durham. However, they would come back on Friday and lose to Virginia in 4 sets. The Blue Devils would win the Virginia would win the first, second, and fourth sets. Blue Devils won the third and almost won the fourth, but a late rally was not enough. So the Blue Devils are 1-1 in the ACC this season. Moving on, the number 6 field hockey team was playing on Friday with a lot of rain coming down, and the Blue Devils won against number 12 Delaware 5-1. So 1 game for field hockey this weekend and 1 win will do the job. Men's golf was also in action this weekend. They competed in the Dick's Sporting Goods Collegiate Cup Challenge, where the Blue Devils would finish 5th in stroke play, and then on Sunday, the Blue Devils defeated Kentucky in match play in dramatic fashion on the last hole. So, a feel-good story for the Blue Devils on Sunday, finishing 5th in stroke play and winning in match play. Finally, the top-ranked women's golf team began action for the season on Sunday, playing in the Annika Intercollegiate. Currently, they're in second place with 2 days to go, and we will see high expectations, as always, for this national contender golf team for the women's. And in other news, we turn to a winter sport, which is already, as it always does, making headlines. The men's basketball team has another recruit, their third recruit for the class of 2016. The Blue Devils have recruited power forward Javin Delorier, who is currently ranked number 44 in the ESPN Top 100 for class of 2016. He's currently a 4-star prospect, and the 6'9" power forward will join Frank Jackson and Jason Tatum in that recruiting class. So, in recap, football with the big victory Women's soccer and men's soccer faltering a little bit this weekend. Volleyball splits. Field hockey emerges victorious. Men's golf, a decent showing and a big match play victory. And the women's golf team is just getting started. Anyways, that's your weekly dose of Duke Sports, and be sure to tune to the same place, same time next week. We hope to see you then.